representative that you were trying.
Hey ho, everybody. This is March 12th of 25. We're gonna see if we can call the switchboard operator and see if we can't get a hold of Nancy Mace. Talked to Josiah from Nancy Mace's office, and he said he was going to see if he couldn't speak with her, get a message to her about we the people being hung up on. So normally, sometimes I would skip this part of it, but seeing how that, sometimes even the switchboard operators now are...
You've reached the United States Capitol Switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach, or say I'm not sure.
Nancy Mace.
Connecting you to the office of Representative
Nancy Mace.
See if we can't speak.
Dialing.
Office of Congresswoman Nancy Mace, I'm help you.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself?
Oh, well, I've been better. Is Josiah around?
Pardon?
Is Josiah available?
No, sir, but I can definitely pass a message.
Well, that's all right. I can have you to help me, hopefully. I had called in last week. My name is James Preston, and we're trying to, not we, but I am trying to establish some kind of accountability for the people at the offices of the representatives and stuff hanging up on we the people, the constituents, if you want to call them that. And it's a huge problem, and it goes way farther and much deeper than that. And I actually have Nancy Mace pulled up here and behind me here on the TV, on the monitor behind me here. And I see where she's actually, screening these people and stuff here. Let me read you what it says right here. Nancy Mace grills immigration lawyer during oversight hearing. See, these people that's here illegally and all the corruption and stuff, that's a battle in itself. But then we're battling people that are hired to uphold the Constitution, and we have people that's working in positions and they have no idea the position, how important they are, just like where you're sitting at now. Because think about, what is your name? I'm sorry.
Alex, sir.
Alex, okay. Hey, Alex, I appreciate that. Alex, we have people like yourself. You're sitting there, and think about this. You are in control of my voice right now. If you hang up that phone, not me personally, but it has been up till now, but there's people that's hanging up on the people's voice, and it's not supposed to happen, but it does happen. And then once it does happen, there's no accountability for it. And these people are taking positions like where you are. They have not a clue how important that it is. And to go even further, so many of them are disrespecting that position that you're setting in and you're doing right now. I mean, there is no greater job that somebody has, and I'm telling you, it's a fact. Having the president's position or any position is no greater job than what you have right now. It's a privilege and an honor to be serving the people, especially these. I mean, think about this, Alex. You have people. They're saying that they're conservative or Republican. They ran on Republican. Well, what is a Republican? Have you looked up the differences, Alex?
By that, are you referencing like how it's interpreted now?
Well, I'm just, yeah, sure, that, but I mean, Republican, conservative means that, you want less government, but you also believe in, the Lord first and foremost, I should say. You're conservative. You want to hold on to the traditional values and respect and stuff that we've had, that you recognize that stuff. And the liberal Democrats, all they believe in is absolutely destructing and trying to end America by any means necessary. And we've just went through that and barely survived it. Some of us didn't survive it because we have a China virus that was created and unleashed on us. So the whole of government, and I mean the whole of government, not only did they fail us, but they created a virus on we the people. And I know because I'm a victim of that. I actually have heart damage and stuff because of it. They call it long COVID. Well, I call it slow death is what I call it. And there's nobody suing anybody, even though it's been proven now that our own government has created this. And I have a bill right now that was supposed to have been taken care of, a $30,000 bill that was supposed to have been taken care of, and they did not take care of it. They're trying to bail on it, and it's not going to happen. It is if I can possibly help it, and I'm telling you, I will help it. Now I'm calling because Josiah had spoken with me, and he said that he would be speaking with Nancy regarding. I want clarity for whenever we're calling in, because like right now, you could choose not to write down any notes. You could choose not to get and I know this for a fact because that's in fact what's happening. The 2nd District of Ohio, where I'm at, which is Dave Taylor. Okay, Dave Taylor, when you call that office, he has instructed all of the employees there to not bother him or something, because when you ask for a direct response from a representative, you're supposed to get a direct response from them. And I had asked for a direct response from Dave Taylor, only to receive an email claiming that it was Dave Taylor. And I had found out that, in fact, it wasn't from Dave Taylor, that it was actually from AJ, which is the answering machine that works at Dave Taylor's office that you and I pay for. And not only was it AJ, but it was the rest of the staffers took turns writing a response back to me. Now, if you're hearing the words me instead of the words we, then you're not understanding the severity of the situation that this is. I want guidelines, and I want something set up that says that when I call in, that since I am not going to talk probably, because it never has happened, directly to the representative, I want guidelines established that when I talk to somebody else, I want some kind of guarantee that my message will get to the representative. And I want a guarantee and some kind of proof that not only did they receive the message, but that it got to Congress, where ultimately it's supposed to go whenever we the people call in. There's everybody is not. They're doing exactly what Doge is weeding out. Doge is in there right now. Elon and the rest of the Patriot Squad right now are slashing out all this, and I'm looking at Nancy Mace right here over my shoulder. And what do you think that Nancy's actually doing? Do you think that she's saying, well, that's not my problem. I don't care about this. No, she's actually digging in. She's asking amazing questions and stuff. She's a go-getter. And by Josiah's own words, he described her as a firecracker. And I would too. I think she's a go-getter. She don't say, well, that's not my problem. That's not my issue. I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to walk on. So I am looking, and this is why Josiah said that he was all in about this with me, is because I am on a mission. I will have this done. I will have clarification. There will be rules, regulations, laws, whatever you want to call it, in place that tells me that if I want to find out how many employees that Nancy Mace has here, or Dave Taylor, or Jim Jordan, or Chip Roy, or any of the rest of them, that I can find that, I can look it up, and I want to know, why did they choose certain people? Like, what's their credentials for sitting there and actually having such a prestigious job that they get to hear what we the people are in fact saying. And Doge is in there like cutting out all of this garbage that is nonsense. These are people that don't do the job. They don't even exist or whatever, but yet somebody's taking money for it. And in the meantime, we've got Nancy Mace here, who is absolutely out there really, really trying to make our country as golden as it possibly can. I believe that. I've watched her long enough and stuff that I can tell she's a go-getter. And it's just sad that I have to be calling around and, I mean, all over the place. And I'm looking for that one, as Josiah and I had spoke about. I'm trying to find those people that whenever the president sees this, that he's going to be like, wait a minute. Nancy Mace or whoever it is actually jumped in and done something when they found out what a huge problem is occurring. Because right now, there's nobody that's getting off their ass right now to help me. And I will call, and if I have to, I will drive, and I will talk to whatever I need to do to get this fixed, because people are not understanding what a major, major problem is going on right now. And more importantly, the president, Donald J. Trump, does not understand how massive of a issue that this truly is, because if the people feel like that they can't call in, which they do, I can't tell you, hundreds of thousands of people that write me all the time, and they're telling me, why even call in? Because all they'll do is, if they don't like what you're saying, they'll hang up, or they'll pretend like they're listening to you, and they'll hang up anyway. Now, whether it's done politely or whether it's done rudely, the fact still remains that your message never got to where you intended it, or where, in fact, it's supposed to go. So I'm asking you, AJ, if you wouldn't mind like helping me with this battle that I have. This is a fight that I'm going to win. We have to win this. And if you don't understand the importance of it, then, you know, we have a serious problem.
Yes, sir, I definitely understand your concern. Did you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I did. I was waiting for you to say more, actually.
Oh, okay. It's just I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, I appreciate that. No, please jump in there, because, like I said, this is a battle, and if somebody doesn't understand how serious of what it is that I'm saying, because I would challenge anybody right now to try to call, not say whose office you're calling from or anything, but call somewhere and just look at how you're treated. Even I would like to see Nancy call and not say who it is with a number blocked or something like that, and just call and see what's actually happening. Because you run into people who's I call them human answer machines, because that's all they are, and that's actually putting it mildly, because all they want to do is they want to sit on the other end and say, yep, okay, yeah, okay, yep, and then they hang up, and my message never got to where it's supposed to. That's criminal. That's criminal, because my voice is supposed to get to the representative, and it's supposed to go to Congress. It's called representative for a reason. I mean, it's in the word, representative. You're representing the people. Well, how can you represent if you're not even getting a message because the answer machine chose not to even give it to you? Or is it the case, like I'm saying, Dave Taylor or whoever else, whenever they get the message or before they get the message, they tell the staffers, the answering people, hey, if you get something, take care of it. I don't want to be bothered with it. I mean, is that what's going on? Was you told that? Did Nancy tell you, AJ, did she say, hey, if somebody calls in, I don't want that message. Whatever you do, just talk to them, let them say whatever, and then hang up the phone and go to the next one? Is that what you guys are told?
No, sir.
What's the job? What are you guys, what are you supposed to do?
Well, typically our standard practice is we record the comments and we record them on our database, and then from there legislative staff reviews it, and from there they'll proceed from there.
Now, say that again. So you guys are supposed to record it, which means that you are supposed to write down notes, correct?
And I have, yes.
Okay, and well, I'm not questioning you, AJ. I'm not questioning you. I'm telling you there's a problem here. But let me ask you this. If you write them down, what else did you say happens?
Oh, I record it electronically, and then from there the legislative staff has access to that, and then it proceeds from there.
Okay, so it also gets recorded from, what are you saying that is? Is it up front? Is that what you said?
Electronically through our database.
Electronically through a database. Okay, now can you tell me, like, what does that mean?
So I write down on my notes as you give me your comments, and then from there I pass it on to the database, which all the staff has access to, and then, like I told you, it proceeds from there.
Okay, now hold on a minute. Now see, that's a little different. So I'm clear. You write down notes from the conversation, right? Okay, and then you put them into the database. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What if, let's say what if, because it's in fact what's happening, what if you don't write down any notes? And what if you do not put them in that database?
Well, then it will go back to what you mentioned,
Which is?
which is the very same problem that you called about, that your message doesn't really get its point across and really doesn't go nowhere.
Right. There's no point to be made because the people's voice was not heard. So if it's not heard, what's the point in even having answering machines or representatives if they're in fact not doing their job? And I say not doing their job because how do I know that the message is not being put in the database? I know this because I questioned and I asked questions, and then I found out, in fact, it's not happening. Do you know that now I'm not saying you, AJ, again, but I have asked for my message to be repeated back to me, and that's when I got hung up on, because they, in fact, didn't write it down. I have that, it's on YouTube. It's on my channel. You can watch it. And you see, if there's people that's that's doing that, they're going to be butthurt. They're not going to like that. They're going to want to get away from James Preston. Like, share, and subscribe. They're going to want to get away from me because they're not doing their job. 99% of them don't know their job. And the other 99% of the 1%, even though they know their job, they don't want to do it. I run into somebody like Josiah, who I honestly believe is going to help. I really believe that after a conversation that I had. So shout out to Josiah there. But I believe that he will help. I don't know exactly what he's doing now. He had asked me to call in last Friday. I think it was. Let's see, what is this Wednesday? Yeah, last Friday I think it was. But, you know, I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing and trying to take care of myself. And I didn't get an opportunity to, but I didn't want to pressure him neither. I was kind of hoping he'd call me back. But that never happened. So it tells me that I'm going to have to try to catch back up with him or something like that. So if you can get a message to him and tell him that, you know, I was asking about him and I'm still looking for his help and stuff. We really need to fix this. This is going to get fixed. And there will be a list, just like I'm really thinking Josiah is going to be part of it. I really think that Nancy Mace right here is going to be a part. I truly believe that. I think once she sees the message and she sees this and how serious and critical that this is, that I think there's going to be a huge, well, I know it. There has to be, because right now we're relying on answer machines that's not doing their job. They're not writing down anything. In fact, they're going even further because they're shutting up the voice of the people, which is criminal. That's criminal. I mean, first and foremost, the most important thing is our voice. And if it's not being wrote down, or if it's not getting to where it's supposed to go to, that's criminal. Because that's what our Constitution says, is that we, the people, have the right to get our voice to Congress and to be heard. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess to clarify here, I want a system to where if I want to look up, let's say, governor or government.org or Constitution or whatever it is, and I go there and I pull up Nancy Mace's name, it will tell me the position that she holds, how long she's been there, and all other relevant information as well. But it also needs to list how many people is employed that she has in her for her staff, and what their roles are, what their positions are. I want to know when they start in the morning, what days that they take off. I want to know, like right now, what do you guys call that, AJ? The like your lead? Is it a lead? Who's like the office? Like the person that you go to. Is it a lead? Hello?
Are you referencing to the top position in the office?
Yeah. Is it office 8?
I think you're referencing chief of staff.
Chief of staff, okay. So you guys have a chief of staff. Do you know it's not like that everywhere?
I'm under the understanding that it varies from office to office.
Right. See, that's a problem. Why is that? You know what I mean? That's absolutely ridiculous. If you're calling any representative, an office should have a chief of staff, and it should have, so on. So I don't even see, this is the problem. I don't even know what all the positions are called. And to be pointing out now, and that's why I wanted you to say it, is because when you call each representative, they set it up their own way. And there's certain things that shouldn't be their way. It should be the same way, no matter where it is that you call. So we are actually in a brand new situation that is old as Methuselah. And it is because all of the people that's been telling me, they say, you know what? Stop wasting your time. Don't call in. They don't care. What they'll do is they don't even take notes, or they'll throw it down. And a lot of people don't even know that you guys are supposed to write it down. But they just say, well, why call in? It's a waste of time. They don't care. And you know who they're talking about? Well, they're talking about the government, but they're talking about whoever it is that you call in and you, in fact, talk to. And I'm looking for the people who care. Josiah acted like he cared. And I'm wanting to find out. I'm hoping that you do and that you understand, AJ, how serious of an issue this is. This is like huge. This is the biggest damn problem right now that we have to fix, or we will be in a worse situation than what we was in 2020.
I definitely understand, sir.
Okay, well, now, like right now, there's no way of me finding out whether or not this gets put in the database. I'm not saying that you're not going to, AJ, but this is the problem. We have no way of making sure, undoubtedly, that the representatives are receiving these messages. But if it takes me driving and standing on a corner or something like that, and the luck of the draw or something like that, if somebody passes by that happens to know one of our representatives or whatever it is I need to do, but I'm going to keep doing this. And I've got a list of names, and so far it's extremely short, of people that I believe is going to help me with this problem. And I've got Nancy Mace name wrote down as question mark right now, so we'll see where it goes to. Hey, AJ, listen, there's all kinds of other issues that I want to talk about that I'd love to say and everything. I know maybe there's a chance that, Nancy, you might see this video. If you do, I appreciate your work and what you're doing here and everything. So, but I'm looking forward to talking to you. And if you get this message, I'll give you my phone number so that you can call me. And you can contact me at your leisure. I would certainly appreciate it. And we've got to figure out and get something nailed down here. I don't know what you'd call it, a schedule or an information grid or a block or something like that, but we've got to have transparency, and we got to have accountability for all of these people who are not only not taking the messages, but they're not delivering any message, because if you don't take them, how do you deliver a message, first of all? But then whenever you ask for a personal response, and then you receive what you are told in that letter via email, that it is from that person, that it's that person talking, and then you find out, in fact, it was not, that it was several other people who were butthurt in an office, we got major problems. Major. This is huge. This is the biggest problem that we have in our country right now. If we don't fix it, we won't have a country again. Trump can do all that he's doing, and he can straighten it out all he wants to, and all it's going to take is for the right corruption to get in there the next time, and it starts all over again. We have to fix this. We're going to fix this. Hey, AJ, I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to let you go right there. Appreciate you being in there, and if you will, please try to reach out to Josiah there and tell him that James Preston would greatly appreciate a call tomorrow, or I'll try to call him back tomorrow. You think he'll be back in tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah, there's always times in which he picks up the phone, so there's always a chance that he'll pick up the phone, or otherwise I'll still let him know about this call anyways.
Okay. AJ, do you guys have like a time or anything you're supposed to come in, or do you guys have a schedule? Who does your scheduling?
Well, our scheduler is currently in district because we don't have currently a DC scheduler. She's doing both, but yeah, we keep up with her as well as his typical standard office hours here.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you, brother. Have a great day.
Absolutely, sir. Thanks.
God bless.
Absolutely. Me too.
Absolutely. God bless. Absolutely. Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. You can say ball of fire and you think somebody ain't going to do nothing, and then they wind up being the very person that does the most, you know. The first will be last and the last will be first, right? That's what the Bible says. All right. Hey, listen. Appreciate y'all. Nobody wants to watch this because, we're not diving off head first into a teaspoon of water or something like that from a cliff or something. It seems to me almost like that I'm alone in such an important battle. And it's pretty tough, man. I'm going to tell you. You know, even our president, with as much help as he had, fighting against, the lies and stuff that was told on him, even with having lawyers and stuff like that to help him out and stuff, even whenever they're saying, hey, no worries, it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that way. You ain't got nothing to worry about is what they was telling him. Constitution says this, Constitution says that. Well, the long and the short of it is, corruption and evilness is deep, wide, and continuous. So, I'll guarantee you, there's times whenever even the strongest of people, get a little, bogged down and stuff. But you just got to keep pecking away until after you make something happen. You can't quit. It'll never get better. You never have a win if you quit. So, but this is a battle that is there, but it's silent. When you tell somebody, hey, call your representative, they don't even want to call in because of exactly what's going on. And then you get these answer machines, and they sound like that they so don't give a nothing, But now you think about what we've learned today, because we did learn something. It is up when you call your representative, supposed representative, but when you call whatever number it is for whoever person, and you're talking to that human answer machine, okay, they are the ones responsible for writing your message down. And then they are the ones responsible to put that in the database. I will guarantee you right now, that if we match up my videos with who I talk to in these offices, I will guarantee you there's not one log in there. I can say that with 1,000% clarity because I've been hung up on. What are they going to do? They're going to write down, I hung up on somebody because they was, asking questions today, or they was telling what they wanted to happen, like support for their president. They wanted the border secure. I've been hung up on Sherrod Brown's office, Brad Winstrup's office. Think, well, Brad's gone, but we they replaced him with another turd sandwich. So anyway, we're going to keep searching to see if we can't find somebody that truly gives a hoot about this country, So, all right. Anyway, God bless you and yours. I appreciate it, man. God bless America. You and yours. We're praying for you. Thanks for praying for us. Love you, Lord. Love you, boss. Well, let's see if we can, I don't know if we're going to have a golden age or not. If we can't get this fixed, Mr. President, I don't think your golden age is going to be that golden, but I'm trying. All right. Peace out.